few more seconds and then I'm going to get started. Few more seconds. All right. Okay, well, welcome for those of you that are here watching me live. I am Coach Amber Nicole. I am a confidence coach, and what I really do is just that. I empower women on how to reignite their confidence because, as we know, so many women go through life and have experiences where they lose their confidence, whether that be in childhood, because I find that a lot of the clients that I have lost their confidence in childhood and just didn't find it again until adulthood. And then sometimes that's in adulthood where people went through life experiences and they've lost their confidence in their life experiences because they take their life experiences as if this is who you are. So whenever it was along the line that you lost your confidence, what I come through is I coach you and you reigniting and regaining and empowering yourself in that confidence. So that's who I am. Tonight, as you can see, if you're looking at the title, you see that we're going to be talking about how to find peace in chaos, because what we know about this world, it is chaotic. Let me just say, it's full of chaos, full of craziness, full of so much. I find it full of so much fear or fakeness. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's just the truth. There's a lot of fear going on and there's a lot of fake going on. There are a lot of people pretending to be somebody that they're not. There are a lot of people who are bomb as F and pretend like they're not that big. So it's a lot of fakeness going on. And I'm not saying they're fake. A lot of times that's a humble issue where you got to be humble, and I got to be humble and I can't talk about and that's just not me. That used to be me, but that's not me anymore. But I really want to talk to you guys tonight. Just give you guys, first off, I want to give you some tips on how to find peace in chaos. But I also want to give you guys some backstory on why I even came across this, or why I even want to talk about this tonight. I actually talked about this a couple years ago. I had a live where I talked about, how to find peace and chaos. And but tonight I felt like the God was tugging on me and saying, this is a conversation that I need you to have again. I need you to talk about this again. So here I am, tapping in again, having the same conversation. So welcome in. I'm glad that you're joining today. I really want to talk about this topic because so many people are dealing with so many things in their lives that they just don't know how to handle it. And let me say, I am the first person who goes through things, and sometimes I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to handle life sometimes. I don't know how to handle when I want something so bad and it doesn't happen for me. Sometimes I don't know how to handle when I want this business to grow as quickly, or when I want clients to grow quickly, or when I want this goal of buying a house and whatever my goals are and they're not moving quickly, or life is just hitting me. People in my life have passed away. During COVID, I had people pass away, so life has hit me, and life has hit you too, not just me. But I'm going to talk about my own personal story, and then hopefully I know a lot of you guys should be able to relate. But life just hits you and you're going through all of these things. And I personally will say that all the experiences I was going through within the last 2.5 years, I've really thought that I was doing a great job at taking care of myself. I do prayer and meditation every morning. So I'm like, okay, I'm setting my intention for the day and I'm praying, so that means I'm keeping myself at peace. I'm not all crazy out here, right? But what I will say that I didn't realize over time, and it actually didn't start hitting me until like now, is number one, when I was going through COVID, I didn't realize how much I loved being around people, because I'm usually the quiet person. I'm usually the person that kind of plays the background a little bit. And a lot of times I don't need people around me all the time, but I didn't realize how much I really loved being around people until I had to go through not being able to be around them. And then once everything started opening up, I started experiencing like this anxiety when I like go to Walmart or somewhere where it's usually Walmart or a lot of people that I just don't know, when I'm in these big crowds and I start getting like anxious, like, oh my God, I don't know if I can be here. Like after a while, it's just this anxiety just starts rising up inside of me. And I'm like, what is this? Because I've never been an anxious person. That's just never been me. I've never been like super like I didn't care if I was around a lot of people, it didn't bother me. But then once COVID happened and after things started opening back up, I started being anxious. So then I feel like, then I was like, okay, I'm really starting to experience something that I've never experienced before. Anxiety. I won't say my anxiety, I would just say I have anxious moments. Because I won't say I have anxiety. No, I have anxious moments. I'm not going to claim that on my life. I have moments where I feel anxious. And then once after that, I started going through like, if you guys seen me before, I've lost my mom last year. So then I dealt with that. And then like a lot of stuff from my childhood that I thought I had like really healed and was done with. And that start hitting me. And I'm just like, what the F is going on? Because then I started getting like really frustrated more often and angry and just mad, but mad inner until something happens and I'm like, boom, and I go off. And then I'm just like a ticking time bomb. And I'm just like, what the heck? And I had a couple of those moments where I'm just like, I had to sit down with myself and be like, Amber, what the hell is going on with you right now, right? Because usually you're the one that's telling everybody, how to find peace in chaos and what they need to do and how to set intention for your day and how to manage life, basically, until life really started managing me is pretty much what was happening. And I had to say to myself, if you thought this was how it was supposed to go, and I listened to all the gurus and this is what they said they're supposed to be doing, and this isn't working, what is the one thing that you feel like you may not be doing right now? What is the one thing you feel like is causing some of what's happening right now? And then I had to sit with myself. So the last couple of days, really, that's what I've done. The last couple of days, I sat with me and I was tapping in on, why are you not able to handle things right now as you used to be able to and now you can't? Why are things being so hard for you now that didn't used to be as difficult? Or some of the same issues that you've dealt with this before, so you should know how to handle it. But instead, it's like, I'm tired of dealing with this same issue is what it started being. So it started being a frustration of keep dealing with the same thing. And why am I still dealing with this? And so I sat with myself the last couple of days and I realized that, number one, over the last, I would say, 12 years, maybe, it's been a while, I have literally been running from my own self. I've literally been trying to manage life on my own. I've literally been trying to do what everybody else, the majority of the people in the world actually do. If financial issues start coming up, find another job. I have my business, obviously, though. When financial issues started coming up, I had a job while I was working my business. If relationship issues start coming up, okay, try to figure out how to do this. Let's talk. Let's do this. Even though we may not have the tools, let's still try to figure it out. When parenting issues start coming up, sometimes I tap out because I don't want to deal with it. Or sometimes I just get so frustrated with my child. Like, listen, kid, like, I don't know what's going on right now, but you need to listen. When all these things start coming up and so much of life starts to happen, then you ask yourself, am I managing life or is it managing me? Am I managing what's happening right now? Am I in control and in power what's happening right now? Or is everything controlling me and I'm just reacting to all the things that's controlling me? And what I realized, which I've known this, but what I realized is, number one, life is hard as F. Life is so hard. It is difficult. It is difficult overcoming things that you've gone through. It's difficult dealing with struggles that you keep dealing. It's difficult dealing with you. Listen, I'm the first to say I know how it is to deal with me. I know me very well, right? So I know sometimes it can be difficult to deal with me, but at the same time, it's difficult to deal with you too. No one person is just so easy to deal with, and there's no problems, and you're just such a breath of fresh air, and that's nobody. And that's just the truth, because at the end of the day, the best person still has something that they struggle with, right? The greatest people still have something that they have to overcome, because there's no such thing as perfection. There are no perfect people. Everybody struggle with something. So what I've learned is, and now I'm going to start getting to the tips, guys. What I learned is the number one thing to try to find peace in the midst of chaos. And I'm not going to say, I don't mean number one meaning this is the most important. I mean number one meaning the number one thing on my list. Not this. I'm not going in order of importance, in case you're wondering. But the number one thing that I found is one of the things that you have to figure out when you're in chaos is awareness. It's becoming aware of what is happening right now. Why is it happening right now? Why do I keep coming up with these same situations over and over and over again? And what can I do to make it better? Awareness. So many times we're not aware of what's happening. We just reacting to got to pay bills, got to do this, need more money, got to get another job, got to get this business out there, got to have this business meeting. So often we're just managing life, and we're not aware of, because we're just on autopilot, we're not aware of what's really going on with my life. Like so many people, I promise you, there's so many people that don't even know their own selves. You don't even know you. And I hate to say it, but it's the truth. When I start asking like my clients, like, what do you really like? What do you like doing? What do you want in a man if you're looking for a relationship? And it's a lot of times it's these superficial things that they want. What do you want? Nah, I want my kids to have this and I want that. I know all of that. What do you like? What do you like? Hey, Sophie, where do you like going? What do you like doing? So many of us don't know us. So this past weekend, I realized like I have to be more self-aware. I thought I was, but it always takes some incident for you to be like, oh, damn. I am not where I thought I was, And another thing that I will say is don't feel bad when you start doing stuff or you start awareing of some bad habits that you have. And you're like, dang, I thought I still have this. I'm still struggling with this. Because a lot of times what we do is you do something and then you feel super bad about it. And you're like, I can't believe I'm like this. How can I love the Lord and still be like this? How can I be praying every day and still struggle with this? And then you start going in like self-loathing mode about yourself. I've done it. How can I be a follower of Jesus and still struggle with anger? What? How can I say I love the Lord, but I can't even manage my household sometimes? What? So we start feeling bad. How can I do this and my child ain't doing what I told him to do? So then we start questioning our parents. And am I really a good parent? Am I really as great as I thought I was? I don't know. Maybe, I really had to like look at me. Look at Amber. Amber, what's wrong with you? What do you need? Why are you still struggling? What are some things that you need to work through? Because I don't want to keep going through this. I'm done. I'm going to tell you the honest to God truth. I sat with God and I prayed over the weekend and I said, you know what? I'm done running from myself. I'm done running from whatever this is that's holding me back from being the greatest person I know I can be. And if I have to keep being like this, I don't want to be here. And that doesn't mean I'm saying I'm suicidal. That's me saying I've come at the end of the rope of me trying to do it all on my own. I'm done trying to do it all on my own. Lord, if I can't do it your way, your will be done through me on earth as it is in heaven. If I can't have that, why am I here? I'm done trying to figure it out. I'm done trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm done trying to be mother of the year and can't figure it out and then be feeling bad about myself. I'm done trying to figure out how do I move here and go there and be here. And I literally was screaming like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm laughing now, but it wasn't funny over the weekend. Like I was crying, like snot crying, nose just all over the place. I was a hot mess, let me tell you. But I had to get that cry out because it's something I've been holding on for so long, where I've said, Lord, I can't keep running from me. Please show me, search my heart and show me where in me is keeping me from me. What in me keeps hurting me? What in me keeps stopping me? Because it ain't everything. It ain't nobody on the outside. I blame other people, I apologize to them for trying to place blame on them for why they ain't who they supposed to be. It ain't you, it's me. It's me. It's my issue. It's my problem. It's struggles that I have to deal with. It's some childhood trauma. Oh, shameless plug. I just started a blog because I'm blogging this and writing out these things that I'm going through so that you guys can understand that you're not the only one going through it. Okay. Anyways, let me get back to it. So I'm saying, what is it in me that I am struggling with that I just can't figure it out? Because I don't like this. I don't want to be the angry person. I don't want to be the, oh, she's so perfect on social media, but behind closed doors, there's things I have some huge struggles with, and I don't want to tell nobody because I don't want to come off as, well, she ain't going to be a good coach if she's struggling with stuff. If she's not perfect, then she's not going to be good. At this point, oh my God, this just came to me. I read in Isaiah 30 something, 31, 32. I can't remember which one it was. Don't look at me bad. But I read in there and it says something about rise up, carefree woman. That's the words. It said, rise up, carefree woman. When I seen that, something in me, the Holy Spirit was like, that's your word right there. That's your word. And that's finally when I was like, you know what? F it. I don't care. I will be carefree. I'm done trying to be the perfect person. Just because I struggle doesn't mean that my knowledge and helping people be confident. Just because I struggle in confidence sometimes does not mean I'm not confident. It just means there's areas that I still struggle in because I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I have success stories. I have women that I've helped. I have my digital courses who have helped women all over the world. So that just because I struggle does not mean I cannot do my job. But I felt like that. I felt like you can't be a great coach because you still got some things you're working on. You still got some issues. And then I had to look at myself and be like, just because I got issues don't mean I'm not gifted. I'm still gifted. God put that gift in me. The lies, purpose over perfection. That's right, Sophie. That's right. I'm still gifted. So just because I struggle doesn't mean my gift is not still working. Just doesn't mean that God is still not using me. Matter of fact, he's using me for this moment because he said, go speak and tell your truth, my daughter. Stop trying to hide because some other women need to hear because they're struggling too and things that they're going through with their life. But then sometimes if I'm always putting out there that I'm perfect, then I'm making them feel bad. And I don't want to be a part of the culture that's making other women feel bad because I look like my life is so amazing and ain't nothing wrong with me. No, thank you. I don't want to be a part of it no more. So God, take me out of this world. I'm in it, but I'm not of it. I have to be here, but I don't want to be no parts in how they are. I don't want to be a part of the women that's trying to make things look amazing and make things look like nothing's happening because that's not me. I struggle. I have things I'm healing with. I have things I need to go to therapy for. That's why I have a therapist. That's why I have a spiritual coach. That's why I have people who cover me that I can go to and that I can talk to because I can't just be here. Isaiah 32:9. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for looking that up. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, carefree woman. It is important to rise up. Yes. So I had to go through looking at me and look at how I'm going and look at what I'm doing and look at some of the things that I need to work on me with. So that's why I came here to you today, because I want to tell you some things that I looked at for myself that helped me just be like, I don't care no more. Not that I don't care about life, but I don't care about trying to keep up with something that I can't keep up, because at the end of the day, this is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. It's not sustainable for me to keep going back and forth and looking at myself and judging myself and making me feel like I'm not worthy of certain things. I'm like, this ain't sustainable. I can't do this no more. It's the moment where the moment where you die to yourself. That's basically what it is. When I said something about being done, that's what it was. I said I died to my flesh, trying to make it work, trying to look at social media and do everything that they're telling me to do. I died to this. Lord, have your way. Whatever it is, speak to me. Tell me where you need me to walk. I got my anointing oil out. I anointed myself from my head to my toes. And I said, I am holy. Lord, show me where you need me to go. I am here. Like, I literally was like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. So like I said, number one thing is self-awareness, being aware of what it is that you're struggling with, and start asking yourself questions. What is this? Where is this coming from? Asking the Holy Spirit, where is this pain coming from? What is this? Why do I keep being to, what I came across of it, it was more one of those things where it says that it's kind of an addiction is what I talked to the spiritual leader, and she said it's almost like an addiction. It's almost like your subconscious is addicted to the lows. So my logical mind is like, I don't like this. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be crazy. I don't want to be yelling. I don't want to be, my logical mind says that, but my subconscious is familiar. So since in my subconscious is familiar, it's like an addiction that I'm addicted to these low places. And so in order for me to overcome that, I have to be self-aware, aware of when I start acting up and this thing starts rising up in me and being like, there it goes. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like, because there's something, because the thing about it is there's always something that rises up in me. I can feel it when it's coming. Basically what I do is I react. But what she told me to do is start taking like these belly breaths. She's like, breathe from the belly, basically. Which we always doing shallow breath from the chest, right? She's like, no, breathe from your belly right in that moment. She was like, even if you got to walk away in the middle of the conversation, whatever's happening in that moment, if you got to walk to the bathroom, go and do that. Because I'd rather you go and get over this moment that you want to react to versus just reacting. Because what I've always been doing is just reacting. I'm just reacting to the moment. Yeah. And then afterwards, I feel bad. Like, why the heck did you act like that? You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to do that. That situation wasn't that serious for you to do this, So being aware helps you with that. Breathing helps you with that. The number two thing that I wanted to tell you is I kind of alluded to this already, though, is to stop running from yourself, to be honest and to face it. Stop running. I had to stop running from me. I had to stop pointing fingers. I had to stop saying it's your fault. It's my son's fault why he can't be the perfect teenager because he gets on my nerves sometimes. It's my man's fault that he can't be the perfect man because he gets on my nerves sometimes. It's this environment that I'm in because I'm ready to move and be in the perfect house. It's everything else but me. Okay. So, but at the end of the day, I had to literally, for real though, I had to stop running from myself. Because that's what I've been doing. It's been a constant go, keep going, keep moving, keep doing another thing, keep having another accomplishment, keep doing this, keep moving, keep doing. But when they say, when God wants you or wherever you at, he gonna get you. Wherever you are, he gonna get you. So you can keep running, sis. Run as long as you want to, but there's going to be some point where you're going to get tired of running. You're going to get tired of blaming everything around you. You're going to get tired of looking at your life not being exactly where you're supposed to be at, and you're going to want to do better. And then also, when I say do better, be honest with yourself, but don't be condemning. Because God doesn't condemn, he convicts. If it's condemning, that's from the enemy, making you feel bad and all this loathing and I'm not good enough and I shouldn't. No, God convicts. The conviction is, I want better and I know God has better for me. And God, what do I need to do to get there? It's a conviction. It's not a self-condemnation. So you have to stop running from yourself. When you learn how to stop running from yourself and you finally give your life over and say, I surrender. And let me just say this to you. It is such a different feeling because I've been baptized. I got baptized on Easter Sunday. And while that was a lift up from me, there was still some residue, I guess I would call it. There's still remnants in me that was still fighting and still trying to do things my way, trying to do things the way of the world. And I just couldn't sustain it. I got tired of it. And my body was just like, I give up. It's a giving up. It's a surrendering. And a lot of times people don't like the word surrender. And I get it. when you hear surrender, it's almost like I'm not giving up. I'm not surrendering. I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? But what it is not necessarily you letting go. It's not necessarily you like just feeling defeated. It's more of you are inviting in divine intervention. God, I can't do this. I done had 2 jobs and I still struggle with finances sometimes. I've been wanting to get out of this apartment for however many years and still here I am. So it isn't the self-loathing, as it's really you. It's not you giving up. It's you giving in to divine intervention and saying, I can't do this on my own. So it's you saying, I need to stop running from myself. My iPad locked. You have to stop running from yourself and you have to be honest. Honesty is key. I lied to myself for so long. I said, go read my blog. It's on my website, www.helloambernicole.com. Go read it on my website. It's a 4-minute read. It's not going to take you that long. Go read my blog and you'll be able to read, some of the things that I've been running from. I'm not going to sit here and share it all right now. But I share on there the things that I struggle with, the things that I was running from that I had to face head on. And just because I'm aware now, there are still things I need to work through. I'm not done with that. However, I'm on the journey, and that's what the blog is for me to share. This is my journey. This is my truth. This is who I am. I'm not lying. I'm not holding back. I'm done pretending to be somebody I'm not. This is me. Love me or hate me, but I will be a carefree woman. Rise up, carefree woman. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, carefree woman. That is who I will be. Carefree. I can't keep caring about what the world wants me to be. I can't keep caring about what everybody wants me to be because I got to take care of me. So read the blog. All right. Number 3 thing is, I kind of said this already though. Is surrendering. You gotta ask for help. You gotta surrender. So it was self-awareness was number 1. Number 2 was stop running, face it and be honest with yourself. What is it that you're running from? What is it that you realize is not sustainable? And number 3 is surrender. I kind of said that already. Surrender, let it go. Ask God for divine intervention. Ask the Holy Spirit to help you, guide you, order my steps because I can't do this. Learn how to be patient. I get it. It's hard being patient when you really want change. Patience is a weapon. And let me tell you how honest that is. I heard TD Jakes say that. He said, patience is a weapon. I'm like, that is the truth because it is the hardest thing to do is to be patient in a situation that you want to see change in. But the issue is that when you learn to be patient, there's things that God is working on within you. There's things that's healing within you that you have to face. There's areas in you that he's like, I need to get this out of you because when the blessing comes, I need you not to be struggling with that. Not that you can't be, not that you have to be perfect. No, because there's no such thing as perfection. But there are certain things that will hurt you more than help you once the blessing comes. And God ain't going to give you more than you can handle, right? So there's certain things that you have to get out, that you have to heal before the blessing comes. And then as the blessing comes and as things start opening up, God heals you through your blessing because healing is a journey. It's not something that you just arrive to where you're just like, I'm healed now. Thank you. That just don't happen. Because once you think you've done and over with, boom, you get hit with something else. It may not be as bad, but you'll realize that there's still some things that you need to work on. So that was surrendering was number 3. Number 4 was therapy. Get therapy. You have to get help. The problem that I have and people have is that you don't see yourself. You don't see your struggles. You keep hitting the wall because you keep doing the same thing you've always done because you don't see you. I can't see me. I know there's areas in my life that I don't like, but if I don't have no new tools, I just don't have no new tools. So I'm working with whatever tools I got. This is all I got until I get more. So that's it. That's all you can do, So therapy gives you those new tools that you need to be able to figure out how to heal those childhood things, how to heal those things that you still have within you that you wish you you wish you didn't go through it, but you did go through it. It was an experience that you had, and it is what it is, but now you need to heal. And then obviously part of that would be get coaching, because the therapy helps you with moving backwards and healing those old childhood trauma wounds. What coaching does, it helps you move forward. So my coaching, with my coach Women in Confidence, I don't really think about, like, not saying that I don't think about what they went through in their childhood, but that's usually not a part of it. It's usually where you stuck at today. Okay, here is these actionable steps that we need to do to help you move forward so you can get to the goals that you have in your life. So coaching is helping you move forward. So therapy and coaching is essential. You need both of them. You need someone to heal the backwards healing stuff from your childhood, and then you need someone to help you move forward to get unstuck from where you are there. And then the last one is journaling. Journaling. That's what my blog is for. I am journaling and writing out the things that I'm struggling with, that I'm going through, because sometimes we don't always have people to talk to, right? We don't always have a friend at times. And sometimes we don't even want the people to know that we went through whatever it is that we went through. Some things we want to keep to ourselves, not everything. And not because you're trying to hide and be secretive, but it's because there's things that's just private that you don't want nobody to know. So journal it, write it out. And then another thing that's good about journaling is it's a tracker. You're able to go back and look and be like, wow, I remember when I was there. Look at me now. Look at me now. Keep your journals. Don't get rid of them. Journal and keep them. So then you can look back over the things that you used to struggle with and realize you've overcame. I'm done. I've overcame that. Or I may not have completely overcome it, but it's not as big in my life as it used to be. It used to be like the whole thing I focused on. Now it's a little minute thing. It's still there, but it's not that big, so journaling helps you get those things out, get those thoughts out, write those things out, let it. And a lot of times journaling is the Holy Spirit speaking through you and you writing stuff out. And then you come back and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't even know I felt like that. I didn't even know I needed to do that. So journaling is so healing. I love journaling. I have so many journals that I've written in over the years, and I look back and say, ooh, girl, you was a mess, And then there's some things I look back and, I'm like, you was doing, really good right here, So journal, write those things down. And then the last thing, the final thing that you need to do is, it just went out of my brain. Lord, celebrate. Celebrate your wins. Celebrate when you are doing good. Celebrate yourself every day. Look at me, sis. Every day. I am so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. Whether today I didn't yell and go crazy. Girl, you did good today. You got the house clean just fine. And even if you backslide a little bit and you don't do what you said you was going to do for the day, because that's, I usually journal in the day. And then when I journal in the day, I kind of set my intention on what I'm going to do. Today, I'm going to make sure that I'm aware of what's happening. Today, I'm going to make sure that I set my intention on, I'm not going to go crazy today. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be at peace. I'm going to do, all these things. I set my intention for the day. But like I said, even if you backslide and you don't do exactly what you said you're going to do, guess what? You have another moment to change that. That's the great thing about life. The great thing about life is if you're still here, you have another moment to make a better decision. You don't have to keep being that same person. You don't have to keep doing things those same ways. You don't have to keep being that way. Yes, I was this way yesterday. I am known for, that was the past, that was yesterday. I'm not the same woman from yesterday. I'm different today. I'm good for that. I'm not her. Don't even come to me talking to me about her no more. I'm not her. I'm new today. I did some work on me yesterday. I'm new today. So every moment you have a new moment to make a better decision. So even if you happen to make a bad decision, know that the very next moment you can do something better. And I don't mean the next day. I literally mean the next moment. Yes, I did snap out right then and there. But then once I became aware, I didn't go into the self-condemnation things. I was like, you know what? I'm sorry I did that. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to try to do better next time. Take ownership of what you did. Okay? Take ownership and then be like, all right, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Accountability sucks. It does. But until you learn to be accountable for yourself, it's going to be really hard to go through life. Because like I said, life is hard. Life is tough. But you have to learn how to take accountability. Say, I did it. This is me. Love me or hate me, but this is me. I will be the carefree woman. Rise up, carefree woman. I'm saying that again because when I seen that today, I was like, this is it. Rise up, carefree woman. Let me read over my notes really quick to make sure I said everything I wanted to say. Does mean blah, blah, blah. Yes, basically I said everything I want to say. Don't persecute yourself. A lot of times people look at themselves and you want to feel bad. Don't persecute yourself. Just because you did something wrong or you lied or whatever it is that you did, you have the opportunity to show up and be better. So as long as you keep that in your mind and know that you always have the opportunity to show up and be better, you always have the opportunity to make a better decision. You always have an opportunity to do things right. You aren't always the same person. We are ever changing. I was listening to my sermon last night, my spiritual leader, Shannon Yvette, and she was talking about how man looks at the flaw of people and God looks at the heart. So I vowed to myself that I will stop looking at the flaws that people are and I'll start looking more at your heart. Why do they do what they do? Why do they talk like that? Why are they so angry? Why are they being so mean? I'm not going to judge people on what they're doing. Whatever it is you're doing, whether you're watching pornography, doing whatever it is that you choose to do, why are you doing that? Because there's always something in you that you need. There's a void that's missing inside of you that you wish you had. That's why we do what we do. Because there's a void we have. Whatever that void is, I wish I had more love. I wish I had more friends. I wish I had someone to hug me. I wish I had someone to touch me. I wish I had someone to cherish me and validate me and tell me how beautiful I am. There is always a need that we have. Most of the time that we are the way that we are is because our needs are not being met. So what I decided, like I said, is I'm going to stop looking at people. I'm going to stop looking at, ooh, she, he, I'm done doing that. That's a bad trait. It's a bad trait. And start loving people and looking at their heart and saying, if there's some way I can help you, I'm here. If there's some way I'll help you, I can hear. If we have more people in the world that will look at people's hearts and not look at why they're doing the thing and judging them on what they're doing and looking at their heart, we'll have a better place, a better world. And I vow to be a better part of the world and not keep being like everybody else. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. For those of you guys, I don't know if you guys seen that, but like I said, I have my blog that I started. I also have a brand ambassador program that I'm starting. So basically what that is you'll get 4 weeks of free coaching. It's a group coaching. So just know that 4 weeks of free coaching from me. And then with that, you'll give me a video testimonial at the end of that coaching session. So you can tell me how amazing I did. And then you'll also share 3 to 5 posts a week on your social media during those 4 weeks. So if you want to be a part of that, send an email to my assistant at info@helloambernicole so that you can be a part of my coaching program. You get 4 free weeks of coaching is amazing, first off, because there's so many people that don't offer that. So go ahead and send that email. Put brand ambassador in the subject line and then just let us know that you're interested in that, and then she'll get back to you and let you know whatever needs to be done from there. But I hope this helped you. I hope this brought you a little bit more peace. I hope that I added some value to your life today, because it is so important that we learn how to find peace in the middle of chaos. And if you are just joining, go back and watch the replay, because I shared some gems over the last 45 minutes that I've been talking. I love each and every one of you. And I want you to know that even if you haven't heard nobody today, I want you to know that you are amazing and you can always make a better decision, and you always have a new moment to do something different. So even if you did something bad today, that you are condemning yourself today and you're wondering, why the heck did I do that again? I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. You are amazing. You can do better. You're better than this. No self-condemning, we self-convicting. Convict yourself and say, I'm going to do better. I vow that I'm going to be better. I'm not going to be this way. I want to do better, Lord. All right. So I love you guys. Shalom, peace. You enjoy the rest of your day. And I will see you guys. I don't know when. Just keep watching when I plan on coming back on live again. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.